out of ideas of what I want to talk about. Disregard. I'm in the house. Okay. But I wanted to do a skincare. My skin's not perfect by all means. It's getting there. I don't really have any pimples right now. I haven't really had new ones in a minute. And I am recovering from a 1.5 year breakout. But this is what's been working for me. I have very much so acne prone skin. So wait, let me see if the lighting's better if I do this. Is that better? Overhead lighting, I don't know. I have a giant, yeah, no, we're not doing that. But yeah, it's helped me a lot, what I've been doing. And a lot of the products that I use are actually from Black-owned businesses. So let's get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
So the first thing, a lot of people say, drink water, drink water. Honestly, I have not seen a difference in my skin from how much water I drink when I'm thirsty. I'm not guzzling down 50 million ounces of water just so I could have clear skin, because it hasn't really done much for me. I'm sorry if you can hear my mom laughing in the background. She's having a hoot over there. Anyways, but yeah, I haven't really seen much of a difference. I used to drink like a lot of water. Like I used to literally drink 2 liters of water every day, and that's like, I don't know how much that is. I'm not gonna, yeah. But anyways, that's a lot of water. You're supposed to drink half your weight in ounces typically a day, so I should be drinking about 60 ounces a day. So technically I'd be drinking about 3 of these. This is 20 ounces. Have I done that today? No. Have I done that most days? Not really. I'm not dehydrated. I drink to when I'm thirsty, not whenever I feel like I just need to drink because of my skin. It's doing a lot. I'm not about to do the most. Sorry. But yeah, and I just drink to make sure that my lips aren't dry, because I hate dry lips. That's like a pet peeve for me. I'm not doing it. It's not cute. I rinse my face on lukewarm water, never hot, because that's just too much. Yeah, I don't want to shock my skin or anything and burn myself or anything like that. And cold water is not good either. It's just, I feel like I'm not really cleaning my skin, and it doesn't really dissolve the moisturizer and stuff that I have on for the day and the sunscreen. So I really rinse my skin for like 30 seconds. So yeah.
A few moments later.
Okay. All right, so I rinse my skin for about 30 seconds, and then that like honestly gets off majority of the products that I use, because I haven't been wearing makeup for months now. I'm not leaving the house. It's quarantine. COVID is outside. I'm not doing that. And plus, who am I trying to impress? No one. Period. But I've been using this face wash, and this is by Louise Cosmetics, and it's the Spill the Tea Green Tea Facial Cleanser, made with aloe vera and organic honey. So yeah, I use this. It is Black owned. I don't remember how much it was. Maybe I'll put it down in the description box. But I just use like this much, so like maybe like a quarter size, and I just like massage it in. It does not lather. I really like when cleansers do that, when they don't lather, because I feel like whenever I do use cleansers that lather, they strip my skin, and I really don't like that feeling, and it really kind of invites acne for me. So I'd rather just make sure I do the least amount of damage to my moisture barrier as possible. And that's why I put a lot of my energy into moisturizing my skin rather than trying to dehydrate like pimples and stuff like that. And if I do have like a pimple that kind of like rises to a head, I let it fester until like it rises to a head. Or if it's like cystic, I'm really not going to touch it, because I'm not trying to have really bad scarring. I have hyperpigmentation, so it's just not worth it. But I do use those like little pimple patches. I buy the ones at Target. I think it's like $7 and you get 12 of them. I'm trying to see if I can find like a zero waste like spot like pimple patch thing, but it's been kind of an unfruitful search. But yeah, I just like massage my face and make sure I get between my eyebrows because that's where I like to break out the most recently. I feel like my face kind of picks and chooses where it wants to break out next. And right now it's between my forehead. But these ones, they're small, but they're red. And, but they go away pretty quickly, and the pimple patches help so much. Like, they'll be gone in like 2 days. So yeah. And make sure I massage that in and rinse that for about a minute. Because we got time. It's time to love on your skin, okay? And when you're cleansing your skin, make sure you get the hairline, okay? Especially if you wear like put on like edge control and stuff like that. Make sure you really concentrate on your hairline because that's where you can get a lot of product buildup. It's not cute, you know? Okay, so yeah, I do have like one pesky little pimple right there. So I'm probably just gonna put a little pimple patch on it. But I usually let my skin air dry. I just kind of get off the excess water. I just kind of like, you know, wiping it off a little bit. But yeah, I really like this. I've had it for a month now. I know it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to really tell if a product works, but that hasn't been like reacting with my skin. So far so good. So I'm not gonna do anything crazy tonight because it's not needed. I don't really need anything to like brighten or anything like that. I do use a whenever like I have whenever I'm experiencing more like hormonal acne and stuff like that, and I want to make sure that I don't scar anything, because sometimes even if I don't pick at a pimple or something, it still wants a scar. So I have this brightening and exfoliating mask, and this is by Golde, another black-owned company. And it's Papaya Bright Exfoliating Face Mask, and it has like vitamin C in it, and that's good for brightening, hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. So yes, okay, my skin is about dry. And this is when I get out I need to get my fan, but I usually like to like, you know, air dry. But I have this is the Paula's Choice, and this is the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I do use a physical exfoliant once a week. I know a lot of people don't like those, but it really does work for me because I do start to get like little fine bumps on my face. Not like they have like any like whiteheads or anything, but like I just get a little bit of texture out of nowhere, and I need to like an exfoliant to like get rid of it, and I don't experience any scarring or anything, so that really helps. But I do this every day except for the day that I do a physical exfoliant, and I have a spin brush. It's like, let me get it really quick. I have the Vanity Planet brush, and I use the normal brush head. Like, I guess this is like the more sensitive. I don't know which one this one is, but it's not like super coarse, because there's one that's more coarse and I cannot use it. That tears my skin up. And then I have the really sensitive one, and this is just a little bit too delicate for me. It doesn't really do anything for me. Sorry that was loud. But yeah, I do that once a week, no more. But yeah, it's really important that I do that at least once. Well, that I do it once a week, because my skin will look just not cute. I don't know what it is, but I have to do that. So after I do that, well, after I let this dry, and now it's dry, well, mainly dry, I put this on, and I just use it with my hands. It says to use a cotton round, but I just put just like bevel like about, I don't know, a quarter size. I just spread it all over. I make sure to concentrate on my cheeks because that's where I have the most hyperpigmentation. And this is a chemical exfoliant, so it's going to exfoliate at a very microscopic level. It doesn't, you don't need physical abrasion to exfoliate. And this is much more gentler than a physical. But sometimes you need that physical to really get things off your skin. I don't know. I have like very, not dry skin, but like my skin just looks crusty sometimes, and you really need that like exfoliation. Probably wouldn't be recommended by dermatologists, but this is what I do. Okay, that's what I do. And then I just kind of let that dry down a little bit. And I really like that one. I used to use the Glossier solution, which is similar product. And it had like a pump that you would use your like cotton round or whatever you wanted to use, like even a reusable cotton round or a rag. And I used to just pat it on, but it had fragrance on it, so I don't think that's really ideal for me. And it doesn't work as well as this one. So, and I just like a lot of the products, I just kind of wipe them down on my chest. And I know I use physical exfoliants every day, but I also put on sunscreen every day, and I just, you know, avoid the sun like the plague. So, but I'm also starting to get really pale, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what, as soon as my skin completely is like one tone, then I'll go out and get some rays, because I'm getting a little too pale and I'm no longer starting to fit my foundations. And like I have let me show you. I use like the Glossier stretch concealers, and the darker one that I have, which is G3, I believe. What was this, the lighter one? G3, that one would be like my contour, and like, well, it used to be more like my skin tone, and I could like use it more around my face, because I don't really use foundation. And then I'd use the GF, which is the lighter one, and I'd use that like as my under eyes and stuff, like as my highlight. But like now I have to use the G4, the lighter one, all over my face, and I'm just like, now what? Now what? But next I used the VitaminSea.Beauty sea kale and hyaluronic acid serum. So yeah, and it's good for firming and tones, and softens, smooths, calms stressed skin, my bad. But yeah, I put this on, I just put, you know, 3 drops, 1, 2, 3. I don't put the dropper to my face because, you know, you're not trying to introduce more bacteria into your product, you know? You gotta limit that, because you don't want foreign things going on your face, period. And I just pat that in because it's like more tacky. It's a thicker serum, and hyaluronic acid is good for like letting in moisture into your skin. So this is the first serum that I put on my skin, if anything. This usually is just like the only one but I use, but now that I'm trying to work on my hyperpigmentation, I do implement a vitamin C serum, which I'm going to show you next. Okay, so tap this in, leftovers, just rub on my skin, you know, whatever, it's fine. Okay. Also, you guys like how my braids look? I did not do that. I don't know how to braid. My mom cornrowed my hair yesterday. And then that takes like 5 seconds to dry down. And then I use the Hyper Skin, let me show you, the Hyper Skin Hyper Clear Brightening Clearing Vitamin C Serum. And this is by a Black-owned company business. And I just do 1 pump, that's it. This much comes out. It's like, I don't know how much that is, but it's enough. And I just tap it in. concentrate on my cheeks and my temples where I have a lot of hyperpigmentation. And yeah. And the rest just work it down my neck to my chest. Okay. One more thing. Like literally my skincare routine is very, very simple. Well, this is like my usually everyday skincare routine. The only thing that changes is sometimes I do like a face mask with the Papaya brightening mask. But that's like whenever I'm looking super crusty. So, you know, just sometimes you just need it. And then other times whenever I do my physical exfoliant, but that I would just switch the chemical with the physical exfoliant. And I just like very lightly, like barely touch into my skin and just don't leave it on for long. And then just to finish it off, you gotta seal your skin with a lotion, a moisturizer. So I use the Palmer Skin Success Vitamin E Anti-Dark Spot Fade Cream for all skin types. My parents have been using this for years, like literally decades. And so they're like, just use this. So I use it. I don't know. It works. Keeps my skin moisturized. It has, it does have a what's the word? SPF in it, SPF 30. It's not broad spectrum from what I believe, but whenever I do go outside, I use a tinted moisturizer with a mineral sunscreen in it. That's broad spectrum, and I do like it a lot. I just recently got it, and yeah, it is on the lighter end, so when I do decide to go out into the sun, it probably won't fit my shade anymore, but it is pure 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer, and it's, yeah, broad spectrum SPF 20. So yeah, but I usually double up, so I have the Skin Success, which is like 30, and then I have the broad spectrum. I don't know if that's like good enough, but I'm trying. I do want to get like a regular mineral sunscreen that's compatible with darker complexions, but we'll see. Usually they're very expensive. I've been kind of like shopping around trying to figure out which one I want to buy. Let me know if you have any suggestions. But yeah, that's literally all I do for my skin every night. And yeah, my skin has gotten a lot better within these last 3-4 months. I feel like it's almost clear at this point. I don't know what else to say. It's hot in here. I'm going to go. But yeah, have a great day. I hope this was helpful. A lot of these products are pretty inexpensive. The most expensive one is this one. I think this is like runs like about $35. But it is from a Black-owned business, and I'm more willing to spend a little bit more money to support a small Black-owned business. So, and it works well. It hasn't. I've been using that one for over 2 or 3 months at this point, maybe 3 months at this point, and it's been really good with my skin. But yeah, that's all. And I will be, I don't know, I'm sorry guys, I'm so awkward today. It's been raining for like 4 days. It's hurricane season, and I've just been feeling very lackluster because this weather's not really cute. So yeah, I've just been kind of feeling very monotoned and just, but you know what? We gotta do some self-care, and we're gonna do it on our face. But yeah, that's all she wrote. That's all I do. Oh, and like whenever my skin is like extra dry, also whenever I do the physical exfoliant, I always follow it up with a toner. But I don't like to use like crazy toners like with like witch hazel and stuff in it that dries your skin out. I just use things with like glycerin in it, preferably vegetable glycerin. just so I can bring more moisture into my skin and so my skin can heal faster. But yeah, it's just the rose water facial toner, and I think this is like 12 bucks at Target. Works fine. I like it. A lot of my products are somewhat affordable. The serums, I'm sure you can find a cheaper one. I'll see if I can find a cheaper black-owned business vitamin C serum if you guys are interested. And then like this hyaluronic acid serum, I got it at Ulta, and it was like 12 bucks, which is pretty good for 2 ounces. Well, 2 fluid ounces. So yeah. Oh, and then of course when I'm done, can't not moisturize your lips. Come on now. But oh, that might have been too much. That's fine. But yeah, I just put Vaseline on my lips, put on my headscarf, call it a night. Let me just do that real quick because I'm really actually going to bed after this. I'm putting on night clothes and going to bed. I prefer not to put my headscarf on until after I finish my skincare because I like to really make sure that I get into my hairline to you know, clean it all up. And I actually don't use like edge control. I have like very like, my edges are very much like wispy. So I mean they so it doesn't take much to lay them down. Like I literally just wet a toothbrush. I have one toothbrush and I use it for my eyebrows and my edges. I wet this toothbrush and and it works. And then like same for my eyebrows. Oh, sometimes I have been like trying to get my eyebrows to be a little bit thicker. I don't know if this actually works or not, but let's see. Where's it at? Oh, this is it. So I have this stuff. I got it from Amazon. I'll link it. Trying not to buy things from Amazon, but I'm also trying not to leave the house. But yeah, this is literally just Jamaican black castor oil, and I just put it on my eyebrows because I want my eyebrows to be thicker. Yeah, I have very not sparse. They're not sparse anymore, but my eyebrows, they're very just like, the actual hairs are very thin. So I'd like for my eyebrow hairs to be thicker. I don't think it does anything, but it makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I'm doing something. And sometimes I just add a little bit to my eyelashes, because why not? I like naturally have like long eyelashes, so never really worried about that. A lot of times whenever I'd wear makeup, I forget to put on mascara because it just like, you know, elevates it a little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys next week. I'm sorry, I sound so monotone. But hey, it happens. Okay, ta-ta now. Peace out, home slice. See you next week. Bye.